Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing So You Want to Play Berbers. Welcome back to another episode of the series. We're going to do it a little bit differently this time though. It's going to be a live commentary. I'm going to play the game first. So we're going to play a game to see how we can play Berbers in practice. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at their tech tree and see what they have to offer and see if we made any mistakes that we could have maybe done certain things a little bit differently based on the situation and based on, how they play out in theory, judging from the tech tree and their bonuses and such. So let's hop into it. It's going to be a live commentary. I'm recording it and I'm planning to air this for the subathon that I'm planning on Twitch. Hopefully that ends up being a reality. It's a lot of work, so I'm not sure if it's going to go through yet. But if it does, here we are with the So We Want to Play Berbers. Let's take a look. And then after, I'll upload this to YouTube as well, as per normal. Alright, so my opponent here is Mr. Yo. I did snipe him, so I knew. Messaged him, I said queue up if you want to play one. He said, yeah, let's do it. So he's playing the Tatars here, so it's gonna be a pretty good game for sure. Yo did call me an addict during this game because he saw that I wasn't streaming. I had to tell him I'm recording it for later. He found that pretty funny. I think he thought like I was I was saving it for later to watch it or to show it off, or I don't know what exactly, but I didn't give him the details that it's for a YouTube video or anything like that. Anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and scout out my map real quick, and I'm going to take the backwood to start. It seems like a pretty logical thing to do. At this point, I'm going to be assuming that you guys have watched a lot of the episodes in the series and generally know how the starts go. You've probably watched a lot of my games as well, and if not, then no worries as well. We're basically just going around and finding our resources. We found all our sheep now. We've got our both boars here, and we have a few good woodlands that we can take as well. There's 3 of them that are around our TC here. So I'll take the back one to start. I'm noticing that this left side is kind of open, so I'm not 100% sure if I can full wall that. But the front is very wallable, and even the right side is quite wallable as well, especially with a few houses mixed in there. So we'll definitely just play this game, and then afterwards, if we make any mistakes or if anything goes wrong or whatever the case is, we can definitely go ahead and take a look at the tech tree after, see the bonuses from Berbers, and see if there's anything I could be doing slightly better perhaps. Alright, so I have all my sheep here now, which is very good. I'm going to be pulling in that firstborn now as well, and my plan here against the Tatars, so generally speaking, Tatar is a very good cav archer civilization, so I don't know if I want to play like scouts into knights, because then I'm kind of falling into the cav archer road, so I might want to actually play something like men-at-arms, which could be really beneficial for me. So let's try and do that actually. Let's go ahead and adapt our build. I open with 3 on wood. I'm going to change my mind. I want to go men-at-arms here against the Tatars, or like a drosher, something like that. Maybe men-at-arms makes sense. Just so I don't have to actually play scouts into knights or scouts into archers, which should probably die to scouts into CA from Tatars. So I'm really just avoiding that one situation where I'm stuck with cavalry and Tatars playing CA and Castle Age, alright? I do have the option of going Camel Archers as well, though. How do I feel about going Camel Archers? That's a really good unit against Tatar in general. Maybe Men-at-Arms full wall Camel Archer, something like that. Could be good here. And again, there's so many options, and even me who's played Berbers tons and tons of times and played this game thousands and thousands of games. It's hard for me to make the right decision. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna scout his map and then decide based on what I see. I can't really full wall easily, so something like scouts or men-at-arms into Camel Archer doesn't sound too good. I did see only 3 on wood though, so that tells me he's probably going to go scouts this game. So I'm going to keep that in mind here as I learn the second board. Very nice. And I think now I'm just going to go ahead and commit to a barracks. So whether I commit to the men-at-arms or not, we're yet to see. It does have back berries and back wood though. Men-at-arms does not feel good versus that. Generally speaking, against men-at-arms, you want to, be able to hit their barriers maybe on the front or the wood line. If both are to the back, good players will be able to protect them and wall them up so you won't find damage. So that is the big thing with men-at-arms here. And why they're not always just a good strategy to go for, because they do require a lot of investment in my opinion. I'll still make the barracks though. We'll see how it goes from there. And he's only now going for the mill, which leads me to think maybe he's doing something sneaky like a primo drush. But I only saw 3 on wood, so that doesn't seem likely. It seems more like he was just luring some deer, to be honest. Okay, we'll take both the sheeps here. Cool. And at this point I have to commit to a strategy. And I'm not 100% sold on the men-at-arms, but I think I'm just going to commit to it and then see what I can do afterwards. Again, if this fails, then we'll have to probably go back to the drawing board and maybe see if there was another way to play it. that I just didn't really think about. There's obviously the Genitor, that's a possibility to counter the CA, the Camel Archers, but I'm not really a huge fan of that unit. It's generally very hard to make work. So let's see what I can do with this situation that I've started here. The strategy that I've invested into here. So obviously now he's probably gonna see the fact that I have a barracks, but doesn't see that I have any militia out of it yet. So maybe what I can do is put the militia back and then run my scout at him, for example. Yeah, I'm just trying to sneak these away, as you can see there. Whether that's successful or not, we're yet to see. I think I dodged his line of sight there. I think I dodged his line of sight. And now, as per the standard men-at-arm build, we're going to go ahead and take... Ooh, that's a Tatar Hill bonus right there. We don't want to mess with that. At this point, I'm really just trying to hide the fact that I'm doing men-at-arms. Okay. So now I have to show him. And yeah, that's fine. Alright. Get everything going here. So we're kind of committed to the strategy here, which is men-at-arms. He's got a forward wood line. Did trade some HP on the scouts here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and kind of close that up a little bit. Maybe even just wall to the mill. Let's see if I can make something like that work. I always got to think about protecting your map now at this point. Alright, looks like my scout's very low HP. Yeah, he'll get a hit there for sure. I'm not going to go with a range right away. Alright, good, good, good. I want to see the situation first. I'll probably get a spearman because I think I need it. I actually don't know anything of what he's doing. I see the barracks, so I imagine he's going stable. I really do imagine that. So I guess next up is for me to go for the range. Although I could just full wall and go Camel Archer. Like, it is a strategy here. I think it's probably the most tempting strategy, in fact. It does have the stable there. I think I want to try and full wall and go Camel Archers here, guys. I think it's a really good unit against Tatars. So let's try and do that here. Let's try and make that work. Because he's going to go with a fast range here by the looks of things. So I think I can take advantage of that. I can just go for the full walls here. Oh, sorry about that. Well, I'm apologizing to myself. Very Canadian of me, I suppose. Alright, these guys, we gotta get them sorted here. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. I don't have my spearmen over. So what I have to do is... Oh, wait. I might just be dead here, actually. This is really bad. So I'm gonna lose 2 vills right off the bat. Shut up. 3 vills, in fact. See if I can get some back. This is not looking too hot overall. I'm not going to be able to get that one, that's for sure. There's a hole there. Looks like he's all full walled up now. Oh, he made a big mistake there. Oh, but he's gonna be able to kill these guys now. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this is quite the game for Mr. Yo here. I still have a chance to come back, which is just with the Camel Archers. Oh, I can get that village. That could be huge. That's not bad, actually. Now I feel like this is winnable, but I gotta say credit to Mr. Yo for that pressure was really good here, and don't think I played very well in this early game. There's always a chance to come back though, so we'll get the wood upgrade here. I'll move out with the spearman. Now, there is one danger, is that if he goes crossbows, those do really well against Camel Archer generally, but I can just go Mangonel. I can just go Mangonel to defend myself against them. So we'll see what I can do here. We'll see what I can do. I did kill one Vil back. I think I lost 3 myself. Killed only 1. So we're down a little bit here. We're down a little bit. Let's see if I can make use of those berries though. I don't want to completely abandon those guys. And you know, a 2 spearman could kind of kill an archer. But I think now he sees that I'm going very passively. There's a second archer we're going to have to run though, yep. And let's just go with the blacksmith here instead of that last wall. And there is one more little thing here, which is I'm pretty sure he can just harass my wood lines. He doesn't have fletching though. So this game has been a bit rocky, but he doesn't have fletching, so I can assume maybe he's trying to go for a faster castle. And who knows what will happen in castle. There's always chances to come back in castle age, especially with some good Mangonel shots potentially, if he's going to be committing to the crossbows. So that's the plan here. The plan is to try and come back, and like I said, if you know, if there's things going wrong in this game, we'll definitely give it some thought afterwards and take a look at the tech tree. Just give you guys a recap of what Berbers are, you know, good at, and maybe I could find a way to perhaps find a better strategy in this game than what I've done, because I have played it a little bit weirdly potentially. Oh, I'm missing the second building. That's terrible. Let's go with the stable here then. It looks like he's got fletching finally, and he's harassing my woodlands. So this is kind of bad. That stable could have been useful earlier. And one more to stone here. I will make a scout though with these guys. I might have to delete that house. I don't want to. I might have to though. Oh, this is terrible, guys. Alright, we have to delete this house. I don't want. You can't lose a villager there. Like it's not gonna be worth it losing a vill. I still think the gold is probably better, just because you tend to mine more gold throughout the game. So now maybe he's gonna think I'm gonna go full knights as he sees that scout. I don't think I want to make more than one scout. I want probably, if anything, get bloodlines. Alright, so I killed that one guy. Pick that up. I guess I'm gonna go to wood then. I don't need that much food. He might think I'm gonna be going stable units now that he's seen my stable. Or he might predict that I'm gonna go Camel Archers. He hasn't seen my stone, that I know for sure. So he has no way to know that I'm gonna be going Camel Archers. Besides just conjecture, just guessing. Okay. I'm reseeing a lot of these farms, which I'm not really a big fan of. And oh, he's got a lot of crossbows here, guys. This could be a rough night. I'm gonna have to open mangonels and then a castle, and then try to 1TC him. I think it's gonna have to be a 1TC play here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to boom back in this game, because he's gonna be able to deny my wood right now. I think I have to do a mangonel and then just Camel Archers from home, and then second castle forward kind of thing. 1TC. Let's see if I can make that work here. So first mangonels. I'll also go with a castle. I guess castle here, and then just try to control that hill. Makes some sense. Castle here, I guess. Might go around. Go with the scorpion first. I need wood now. Wood is going to be a very, very important resource. Yeah, that's the castle. I'm gonna get Bodkin arrow. I'm gonna go for a 1TC here, because so basically the situation is I've just taken too much damage. He's on crossbows now, which, you know, that's something that inherently just counters Camel Archer for, you know, the next while, until I can get like 30 Camel Archers. The crossbows would just be able to beat them since he has such a big mass of them. So with that in mind, I'm gonna instead just get town watch so I can see where his army is, try to clear his army, and then just push him and go with the forward castle in his face and win the game that way. That's the plan. If that doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and these things happen. Took a lot of damage in the early game after all. Alright. A lot there. Maybe he runs into a Mangonel shot. Just maybe. Oh, that's something. It's definitely something. Alright, definitely something here. Weakened a lot of those crossbows as well. Camel Archers are very fragile though, I gotta be extremely careful with them. I think the Town Watch tech that I picked up was really useful as well here. I think he's gonna counterattack here. Not counterattack, but just continue looking for damage. Let's see if I can counterattack. There's some camels there. I'll definitely take some trades on those guys. Ballistics could be a useful tech. Alright. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, so just knowing where he was going to go is very important there. Now we're going to cut off his camels from coming to my siege, and then try to clear him out once and for all. That army for sure, one way or another, has to die from him. He cannot continue to live with that crossbow army. It's just, it will cause me too many problems, I believe. Yep, there it is, and that's huge. Now I feel like maybe we can win. He's gonna split here. No, he doesn't. Okay. Very nice. Now I feel like, okay, maybe we can win. Maybe you can win. That's very nice. Very nice. So let's bring in these units here. You gotta love to see those shots, man. I don't think I need another mangonel though. It could be good. I think better than that is just Camel Archer production though, because I think he lost most of his army crossbow wise, but I think he's got a lot of camels left. So I think what I have to do now is maybe even get a scorpion would be better, just to help against the camels of his. And at this point, just another gold would be nice. Do I do a second TC? I think it's good to do a second TC here, because I don't think my push is gonna kill him, but I think I could take a pretty big lead and then just boom behind it with this push. I think wheelbarrow, pretty good time for that upgrade now. I'm just walking forward to see what kind of trades I can find. Yeah, that's a good place for a castle right here in front of that little area. So let's just prepare that now. I'm gonna send literally everyone. Oh, okay, we're missing some stone though. Okay, that's fine. Ballistics we have, cool. Alright, Tatar's eco is not amazing in the mid game here. So like I do have a chance to come back with the stronger composition. Alright. See if I can hit his woodline here or anything like that. I'm obviously gonna be poking around to the mangonel to see what I can find. Yeah. I think I saw a monk there. Yeah. Let's start the path there. Yeah, I killed some though. Yeah, I got that forward castle as well. Yeah, now it feels like kind of winnable actually. And I told you, he made a big mistake losing his army there. Now it feels very, very winnable. Alright, let's go here. I have a lot of gold here, so maybe a market would be pretty useful. Thumb Ring is the last upgrade I'm missing on these Camel Archers in Castle Age here. Just double checking, make sure I have all the upgrades that I need. Maybe I can raid with a few on this side as well. And this is shaping up to be a very good comeback here into this game. But I'm not going to celebrate too soon here because I think he's still like 20, 30 builds up potentially here. Still no upgrades on those camels. I think he's just abandoned those guys. I'll get a market. Alright, let's go in here. And there's one thing about his crossbows is they don't scale to Arbalest. Alright, I'm gonna go back into the castle. Oh, delete. Sure. Fine. I think now we can just go up to Imp with the markets, honestly. That might be the best choice here. Because he doesn't scale to Arbalest. He really doesn't, so... Look at that. Wow, okay. Kind of surprised myself of how good that uptime was. Like, I feel like I'm in a good position now. Let's take some more stone, because I think that's going to be pretty valuable. Another castle. Just feels really smooth. I have a full forward position here, just killing houses, and maybe I can force him to overcommit the castle age more so than he already has with his crossbows. I feel like he doesn't really have a lot of answers to this unit right now. So this is one of those moments where the Camel Archer is just stronger than everything else he can do in Castle Age. Okay, but now we gotta take a look at his expansion, because we want to keep him pinned in as much as possible. I expect him to get a defensive castle. There it is. I was just looking at the stone there. But we're gonna trap that down in Imp. I think he's up to Imp. I think he just clicked, in fact, because his score, I feel like his score dropped. So you know, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get Thumb Ring, the last upgrade we need. I'm gonna continue massing the Camel Archers, because it's very important to be able to defend my trebuchets. And I'm gonna get another castle on this hill, just to be able to set up the treb on, you know, onto his castle. I want to be able to treb that down. I want to be able to set that up nicely. Killing his monastery is probably gonna be the next step here. Just as kind of like a why not thing. It's like, might as well take out a pretty essential building for late game. Okay, and you know what? I think a third TC makes some sense now. I have a very, very good economy, so might as well go for something like that. The market helped a lot as well, just getting the faster imp. Yeah, killing that monastery is just a good thing to do right now. And you know what? With these like 8 Camel Archers, I'm gonna go ahead and look for something to raid him now. I can't make more Camel Archers right now because I'm not really able to afford trebuchets, so I want to save up for that. That's, you know, right off the bat, 2 trebs right there. I'll probably get a lumber camp here. Alright. And it's turning out to be quite the game here. Oh, and look what we found. So yeah, he is not up to the next stage. We can sell... Oh, this is better. Bracer's better. And this is actually blocked off here. So what we can do is wall that. So we can wall him in. And this is turning into a very, very nice game for us. We can wall him into that side. Force him to run into those castles. And yeah, he did click up when I thought he did as well. Which is good. And you know what? I'm going to switcheroo these guys. No, we want to really go for that one first. He actually doesn't get access to bombard cannons, so Tatari have very little answers to what I'm throwing at him right now, which is obviously amazing. We want to get him to a position where he just can't do anything. And what I have to do now is just continue to mass Camel Archers, and I think the stone wall has just been super, super good. He's going to resort to skirmishers. He'll lose a few crossbows here, no doubt. Yeah, that's another couple. Nope, okay. And Berbers do not get Parthian tactics, so just chemistry, and there the monastery goes down, so we're going to trap that down, or we'll be able to get right back there. Just go for this. There's a mangonel, okay, we're going to just snipe that one. We didn't get it though. That will get it. Good. Castle's down. Moving forward, and you know what's the game-winning move here? It's just to go forward with another castle. These guys, I guess, can just go into this one. Expand a little bit. I think the game-winning move is just to be able to set that castle down in his face. If I can actually manage that, I'll be pretty happy about it. I don't think it's a good idea, is it though? I'm conflicted. I don't know if this is a good idea. We'll lose that castle in the back most likely. I don't think that's a good idea for me, honestly. Oh, he didn't kill my castle though. He ran his trap back for some reason. Okay. Looks like maybe now I can get the momentum I need. Let's sell for another castle in his face. Next one, directly. And really get the trebs forward as well. Ooh, he's trapping me on this side. I completely overlooked that. Completely overlooked that. Okay, this is a bit too deep, I think. Let's put some respect on Yo's name here. No, this one I cannot fight right now. Ooh. This game is very losable. I gotta be careful here. You know what I want to do actually now? I want to get my eco up at home. I want to develop my economy. I think maybe just going light cab now. Just transition to light cab. Cheaper Berbers stables makes sense for that. Oh, this is turning into quite the game here, I'll tell you that much. I feel like I kind of threw taking that fight. I thought he was weaker than what he was. Maybe just keeping the Camel Archers alive, position to Hussar is better. I like my position more, like on the map. Positional advantage for me for sure. I'll pick up villagers where I can here just to make use of this advantage. That TC needs to go down, and you know what? This one can stay, but this one has to leave. This one probably has to leave as well. And this one has to leave as well. So we're actually losing a lot of things now. We need that transition behind this one. I've invested a lot of stone here, so this is quite dicey for me right now. This one I'll just leave. So I think what we do is just run away with my trebs right now. And just kind of set up another base at home. We absolutely need now to go for Hussars. Or just light cab. Just light cab with +4 is enough. Hussar tech I can't afford right now. But just Hussars with +4 is totally fine. Light cab. And I say Hussar, light cab with +4 is totally fine. I'll even stop making villagers for it, like it's very important. Okay, just keep those guys there. Alright, cool. Another stable, maybe 2. And yeah, I think the next step is actually, I want to stay mobile with these guys somehow. We'll kill that scout for sure. I see that he's got 2 upgrades on it. So he's probably planning some sort of unit transition. Maybe heavy camel for him. Always thinking ahead. Always think of what your opponent can do, because that's pretty much half the game is you and half the game is your opponent, right? So if you can figure out what your opponent's going to do and just prepare something to counter it, it's going to be very beneficial, of course. I think that goes without saying. But, you know, a lot of people kind of tunnel vision on what they want to do and don't think about countering what their opponent's going to do. So my opponent's planning a big push here. So I got a plan to stop that right now. Okay, we're gonna go for his castle here. We're gonna need to kill this castle here. He's gonna kill my castle though, that's the thing. I should be able to kill his castle too, although I'm not sure. Yeah, his castle should be able to go down here as well. Yes, very, very nice, very nice. That's fine. I think that's okay for me. And now the cheaper Berber light cab is massive. I just realized I have a bit of a pickle though. I don't have a lot of castles to make Camel Archers from. That's a pretty bad situation for me. He has extra range on his trebs here. Alright, Hussar transition is pretty good for me here. Snipe his trebs, snipe his trebs. My army comp is better than his. The only issue is I can't produce Camel Archers very well. But Hussar is better than Halb. Hussar is better than Halb. Not head on head, but just in general to raid. I lost all my trebs. Wow, this is quite the game here. Quite the game. Alright, let's continue working here. Maybe now relics come into play. Okay, of course the offline game here is turning into a banger. But you guys will be able to see this eventually as well. Outpost on the sides. Hussar tech is just a good one now, so let's pick that up. And again, you gotta know when to do these. Before I wasn't able to. Now it's a little bit more possible. Let's start raiding him again. So let's get Hussars in just the corners of his base and really just try to put the pressure on him here. Last upgrade there that I need. I need siege though. I think siege is the thing I'm missing the most right now. I think what makes sense probably is just to go. Ooh, there's gold there. What makes sense is just to go bombard cannon, honestly. So it makes the most sense right here. He's just gonna go ahead and counter-attack me here. I guess that does make some sense, but I should be able to beat these guys. The helps for Tatars suck, so they should die really fast at Camel Archers, and then it's all Hussar from me. Continue always producing Camel Archers from that one castle. Cannot stop that. He's doing a really good job this game. He's trading for gold, so gotta be careful. A lot of residency here, a lot of farmland. Did manage to pick that off though. I do like this area. And I think just killing those houses and reclaiming that hill is a good idea right now. Obviously I'm still missing a tech there in the blacksmith, I know that. Alright, take better fights. I gotta fight with my army together here. Cash checks for him? He has the upgrades, but he's not... Doesn't have the elites. Okay, he's got Hussar now. Oof. Guys, we have a game in our hands. We have an absolute game in our hands. Those guys I can just chase though. He does have the unique tech. I think the siege I need now is just bombard cannon. I don't have elite Camel Archer, I'm aware of that. I think I gotta make use of the cheaper Hussar now from Berbers. I'm taking the relic, so if I can just stall the game now, I'll be fine. I'm making... Ooh, a gold in the corner. Did not really know about that one. And those stone walls, that they're actually helping a lot, by the way. Just those few stone walls. Let's raid his economy here. Just taking advantage of the cheaper Hussar as much as I can. Okay, elite Camel Archer. How much does this cost? 1,000 wood. Okay, I'm not there yet. Camel troops regenerates. I guess that's decent. I don't have a lot though. I don't think I can afford that right now. I don't have that many. Just trying to raid him as much as possible. I do have access to bombard cannons now. Yeah, get those Hussars just in the back of his base as much as possible. Spread them out, send some to the top as well. I'm going to send some Camel Archers to intercept those guys as well at the back here. Get that monk back with the relic, and there's one more relic around that side. Oh, I missed it now. I don't know where it is. I swear I saw a relic. Okay, I can't find it. I can't find the relic that I saw. Maybe he took it. Oh, that's big raids, big raids. I sent some Camel Archers back here though. Did I not? I don't think I have. I'm gonna patrol these guys back there. And now I feel like I can maybe afford that. What I want to do is actually buy another castle in my eco. It sounds so stupid, but I think it's going to be really efficient. Because it's going to protect my eco, and it's also going to allow me to get more production for Camel Archers, which is crucial to win this game. Continue spamming Hussars into his base. That's kind of like the go-to the game here. And I have 3 relics minimum here. I swear I saw another one though, but I don't know where at this stage. Nice, beautiful. Good raids. He does have a castle in the corner though. One could have argued to get a castle for me here. I just didn't want to do it too ambitiously. I really need the production long term. I'm missing a pop space. Hopefully that wasn't for too long. There's a gold here. Like, I don't know if I really need gold though. But okay. I mean, it doesn't hurt. That's for sure. Alright, bomber cannon's out now. I don't know. I guess this castle is just holding it down for him right now. Yeah, I cannot just run in there. It doesn't make any sense. I'm wasting Hussar. I gotta go run through the middle there. So now I've got double the camel troops. Double the camel production, I should say. Okay, this bomber cannon took probably the worst path I can actually ever imagine. Let's go on this side. Come on now, bomber cannon. Come on now, Steve. Steve the BBC. Brother, just go. Just hit. What's wrong? Treadmill Crane for the farms. Inca team bonus. I'm taking good trades here though, for sure. I don't have elite yet, by the way. Like, I do need to get elite Camel Archer at some point in this game. Just haven't really found the absolute right time for it. He's trying to maybe make a switch to CA. He does have a few relics. He has 2 relics, in fact. I've got 3. Oh wait, what? I lost the Camel Archers to Halberdiers? That should never happen. Okay. I'm rating him so much though. How resilient is Mr. Yo? And one may argue to go champs in this case, honestly. Seems like all he has is trash units to defend. I feel like the raids should do it. Like I've played thousands of late games like this, maybe. And every time Hussars are able to win. Like Hussar is the best unit, especially with Berbers. You guys are like probably, Hera, you always do Hussar. Well, I love Hussar, what can I say? His halberdier, like I need like 20 Camel Archers, 30 Camel Archers. Because if I have just 12 now, it's not, don't feel like it's enough. I think what I want to do is save up for elites. Elite will help a lot versus the hubs. I have some gold here to do that. The castle is slowly but surely going down. Yeah, he would just be able to snipe that bomber cannon again. Interesting. Alright, we can get elite now. That castle needs to go. Get one more bomber cannon. Oh, and the GG's called. Fantastic. GG is called. And that was a game and a half. That was a really good game. I'm going to say well played to Yo. He had me on the ropes for a long time. I kind of had to think outside the box to come back into this game. Because it wasn't a very easy game in the sense that, like, you know, scouts, knights, very simple, straightforward. I had to really adapt my strategy. I didn't know what to go for. I adapted my strategy. And I think I found a pretty good one in the end. You know, going for that castle was very useful to disrupt his boom, force him off the gold, get map control, and take some pressure off my base. And I was able to find a really, really nice Mangonel shot there. Just by putting in the pressure with the counterattacks from the Camel Archer. I distracted him and managed to take home the game. I was actually missing the last armor as well in the Camel Archer. Not sure that really made a huge difference, but I was missing some upgrades here. But I think with the Elite Camel Archer, that was, you know, just enough to just continue doing what I'm doing and win the game. And like I said, champ transition was a possibility, but I've played these games thousands of times, and Hussar is usually enough to just keep your opponent, you know, having bad population and winning the game that way. So I'll show you the stats here for, you know, the villas and stuff. He had 2 relics, I had 3. And there's the timeline you guys can take a look at. But it wouldn't be a So You Want to Play video without taking a look at the tech tree. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the tech tree here and see what can Berbers do in theory. Do all games go like that? Or, you know, did I do the right steps? Did I maybe overlook a couple of options? Let's take a look and find out here together. Okay, so we have Berbers, and yeah, let's take a look. So they're described as a cavalry and naval civilization. Their villagers move 10% faster, and that's going to be kind of like an eco bonus slash, utility bonus because you can run away from men-at-arms and drush like that, which is very useful. Their stable units cost minus 15% in Castle Age and minus 20% in Imperial Age. That's probably their best bonus, to be honest. I use that in multiple ways. One of them was threatening to go Knights in Castle Age to hide the Camel Archer transition using the stable. And the second one was, the late game Hussar spam, of course. 20% cheaper is pretty massive. And then lastly, they have ships move 10% faster, which is not really useful on land maps, to be fair. The unique unit is the Camel Archer, which is a cavalry archer that has an attack bonus against other cavalry archers, and that's why it was kind of like my go-to unit against the Tatars, which are notoriously good for their cavalry archers. And then they also have the Janitor, which is a mounted skirmisher. The unique text is the Casbah, which makes team castles work 25% faster. I didn't go for that tech, but it is good in theory, especially in a team game. If there's a lot, let's say you have a Mongol teammate and he's going Mangadai, you're going Camel Archers. This tech is very good. In 1v1, I don't find myself researching it very often, but it's not bad, especially if you have like 2-3 castles. You don't have a lot of stones to build more. Get this one just to get, a little bit more production. Then you have Maverick Camel here, which makes your camel units regenerates. I did pick this one up. It's really good because if you think about it, your Camel Archers in the backline, you never really lose them. If you're about to die, you just run away and you can heal up with this bonus without going to a castle. So it's a really good utility thing to have, but it's quite expensive and you don't want to get it. Like, it's not like a main upgrade. You don't get this over Bracer, for example, So it's just kind of like that last, late game tech that you can pick up. Next up, you got the team bonus, which is the Janitor available archer range and Castle Age for pretty much everyone on your team. All right, sip of water here. All right, so let's take a look at the check tree, starting with the archer range. So as you can see in that game, I opened Men-at-Arms, and I had the option of going into the archer range, making a range and playing some crossbow and Castle Age, which is not bad for Berbers, but since they're lacking Arbalest, I don't really like staying too much on crossbows. They do have Heavy Cav Archer full upgrades minus the Parthian tactics, so that's a decent option that often gets overlooked for Berbers, but is there. Hand Cannon is there against infantry civs. Their barracks is actually very good, which is something that gets overlooked a lot as well. Fully upgraded champions with supplies and pikemen that are fully upgraded, just missing Halberdier. Their pikemen is not bad in case you need them in certain situations where you can't access stable units. Their stable is probably their best of the 3 production buildings that we've seen so far. Having Heavy Camel, Cavalier, and Hussar all getting full upgrades and getting a discount, 15% in Castle and 20% Imp. Very, very strong. Make use of this bonus as much as possible here for the stable. Their siege is pretty mediocre, but it's definitely not bad. You guys saw me going towards Bombard Cannon as a siege option. You also saw me going for Trebs, which is pretty generic. But to get siege engineers, so going Onagers and Heavy Scorpion is also a very logical possibility if the game calls for it. Those units are not the best on Arabia, generally speaking, though. Fully teched out Blacksmith. So Berbers, in my opinion, are very flexible. And it's a civ that you often think about it as just like, it's a cavalry civ. Well, yeah, it is, but you can do skirmishers full upgrade, you can do champion full upgraded, pikes full upgraded if you need them, you have hand cannoneer, you got a lot of different options, and full upgrade Blacksmith helps, but to upgrade those options. Their navy is also full upgrades except shipwrights, which makes them okay, especially with their bonus that ships move 10% faster. But I wouldn't say they're like a go-to on any island civ, or any island map, sorry. Maybe decent on hybrid maps though. University is pretty standard, missing siege engineers, or they have siege engineers, but they're missing bomber tower and keep, so not the best defensive tower or offensive towers, but they have pretty reasonable siege. The unique unit is the Camel Archer, and this is how much it costs. We talked a little bit about it being really strong against other cavalry archers, and I would say just think about this unit as kind of like a Cav Archer that does more damage. It fires a bit slower, but it's pretty strong, and it's really good against like Cavalier and Paladin as well. That's something that I've noticed from the Camel Archer. So it packs more of a punch. It has extra damage compared to the heavy Cav Archer. Next up, we've got, pretty standard stuff. Hoarding is in there, the 2 unique texts. The Monastery is pretty standard, but I never think of Berbers as a monk civ, really. Missing Sanctity and block printing means that you only have Redemption as like the go-to, monk defense option or offensive option. And then finally, you have the tech tree, the eco upgrades at the back, which are pretty good. Nothing to really say there. All right, so I think in conclusion here, I would say that Berbers, after playing a game and really giving it a lot of thought and taking a look at the tech tree as what they have as options, I would really recommend to keep an open mind while playing them. The biggest advice is to make use of their stables or being cheaper, the units from the stables being cheaper. That's their main bonus, but they have a decent eco bonus with the villagers moving faster. which also helps dodging like early drushes and men-at-arms because your villagers can usually just run away from them without taking too much punishment. And then as far as other things are concerned with Berbers, your late game is very good. You have Camel Archers that are amazing. Your stable is cheaper and amazing. Your barracks is full upgraded and pretty solid. Your siege is solid. They're a pretty well-rounded civ. So my biggest advice is really just to keep yourself, an open mind in the early game. Any opening works. And then once you get to the mid game, try to play with the cavalry as much as possible. And then once you get to the late game, go for Camel Archers if it calls for it in the matchup because it's a very powerful unit. But don't feel forced to do that. You have other options like Champions, Cavalier that could come into play, Skirms and Hand Cannons to flex if you need them as well. And, Genitors are mixed in there somewhere as kind of a mounted skirmisher that could be good for late game in some cases. And then obviously the stable units throughout Castle and Imp are dominant. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If this is part of my subathon, hopefully you guys are enjoying this content while I'm sleeping. Make sure to sub it up and keep the stream rolling. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time, those on YouTube and those on Twitch. Peace.